Now, I watched this video and I thought that I should share it. I want to get you guys' views on it because I have very strong views about it as well. No long talk, let's play the video and let me know what you guys think about this. Now, this is a story from GBN News, alright? So, credit to GBN for this story. Watch Mass.
Donessa Francis of Pearls St. Andrew is a mother of 5, and she says she is struggling to receive electricity connection to her house after making all payments and filling all documents to gain the connection. She said that the nearest pole that will enable her to get electricity connection is within the property of her neighbor.
Well, the problem is really the neighbor. The last pole is in she yard and we doesn't go down. And Grenec went to her numerous times asking her to if we could get the connection. She said no, she don't want no wire run over the land. Grenec went and speak to her on my behalf and she said no. Well, she said they say that how if we could get it from down that side from the SSU camp come up, we could have to pay for the.
Alright, and is that more expensive?
Yeah, very expensive and I can't afford it right now.
Francis says that the issue has placed more pressure on her family and is mostly affecting her children who cannot have full access to their online work because of the situation.
My children goes to school. I have 4 of them going to school and sometimes if I don't have gas, they can go to school because I normally put an iron on the stove and iron the school uniform. And they just have to get work from on the internet. They just send it from the school. Like now it's holiday, they're supposed to send work on the tablet, but because we don't have the current, we cannot get the work. I just want to get the current. That's all. I just want to get the current because it's really frustrating when I had to iron clothes for them to go to school.
GBN spoke to the neighbor who denied the electricity company access to her property. Marcia Archibald broke down in tears to give her response to the situation.
Right now I have a lot of problems in my place. We have court action, so much things happening there. And I'm very stressed. And I want the public, I want the authorities to put things in place for me. I don't want to line up there. I don't want them around. I can't make it. Trust me. Pressure always high. Because every time I come home, I leave my house and go, I come home, it's problem. So I need peace. These people and them, they need to take them out there. They need to take them out there.
When contacted for a comment on the issue, officials at the Grenada Electricity Service Company referred the GBN team to Act 19 of the 2016 Electricity Supply Act. This act clearly states that Grenelec may erect or fix in, on, under or over any land or offshore any pipe, electricity line or other works to be used in the installation or working of its undertaking, but before doing so, they shall first give notice in writing to its intention to the owner or occupier of any land, including any public body, 14 days prior to commencing any work. If the owner or occupier does not give notice in writing to Grenelec granting permission, then they shall not enter upon the land in question. It went further to state that the electricity company shall not be required to supply electricity to any customer if, as a result of such inability to enter upon the land in question, it is not feasible for the company to supply such customer with electricity. For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
Marcia, I know you have headache. I understand you're stressed out and hot in your head. But Marcia, oh gosh, man. Let the people and them get the electricity now. Probably the reason why you're so stressed out, Marcia, because you're taking on all this thing. The community too small to have this kind of hatred amongst neighbors. Right? We are all one people. Now you're telling me that this lady have kids that need the electricity just for their own, and the neighbor cannot see past the little feud of problems that they may have, just to facilitate Grenelec flying a wire over she land so that the kids could have a better education. Now I understand all you might have all the problems. Like I don't know what all the problems are. I don't know what happened. I don't know what transpired. But think bigger than that, no man. Think bigger than just what it is and you and how might have. Think about the children, man. Think about the children for 1 second. Find a wire over your land, or it don't hurt nobody, it don't interfering with you, it don't touching nothing, it don't doing nothing, you don't even know it there, it don't affecting you in any kind of way. Why you and just let the people and them just facilitate that so the lady could get some electricity so her kids and them could get an education, a better education. Hatred and animosity, them kind of thing and them does hurt, and it doesn't only hurt the people, you know, it does hurt us. Because you see how you're saying that you're hurt and you're stressed and you all of that stuff, because you're taking on this thing on them. I ain't saying it's an easy thing to just calm yourself and say, okay, you know what, fly the wire, let the lady get the electricity so our kids and them could get better education, and bite the gripe and the anger that you have in your heart for this individual. Whatever it is, I don't know what all your problem is. I don't know what the problem is. I just saw this thing and I think I should reach out to you. Marcy, I believe is your name. Come on, man. We're too small to have this kind of hatred in our heart. We wasn't put here to stay here forever. There is something called forgiveness. If that is the problem, or you move on and let the kids and them get some electricity now. Please, I'm begging you, if you're watching this thing. It is too small. We're too small for that kind of hatred. If today or tomorrow something happened to your building, your house, something happened to you on that side, the only next person to help you is still your neighbor. But we still have that hatred against our neighbor. We're too small for that, man. We're too small to have them kind of thing going on in our community. We are small. So come on, make this thing right. Make this thing right. And I understand Grenlec cannot do anything else, because if she don't give permission, they cannot just go and fly it by themselves. They need permission from the landowner, as was specified in the story. So if you're watching this, bite on the gripe and the animosity and the hatred that is giving you high blood pressure, and just let them fly the wire and forget about it now. Bite on that, forget about it. You go feel better. Trust me, you go feel better. You go feel better after this. Alright? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate. And for those of you guys, I want you guys to chime in on this and tell me what you guys think about this now. Tell me what you think about this story. Tell me what you think about this whole thing and what you think could be done. Comment in the bottom. It's important. I want to see what all you're saying about this too.